definitely that recent. Do you know the first time that happened in history? Would you guess and say maybe 50, 40, 60 years ago? 30?
Yeah, not quite a long time ago.
How about 1929? Berlin, Germany.
Oh, okay. It's crazy, man.
Guess who's doing it?
I mean, I guess it should be the Jays.
Yeah. And guess what? In school, they taught us Crystal Nacht. This was the night of broken glass, where the Germans basically took the law into their own hands and started attacking these shops, apparently. And they were just being anti-Semitic, burning J books. This is what they taught us in school. Not really, they were burning books that said men can become women, like we're dealing with it today. You get what I said?
Uh huh.
Yeah, the first LGBT movie was shown in Berlin in 1933.
Yeah, those guys were basically in charge at that time. This is why that their cousin went up against them. And then because I was looking at the story of why he went to Russia, he was very adamant. He said, "Look at how the German, which was the Weimar Republic, had good relations with the Russian Empire. Everything was good, and those guys in Berlin and in Bayern sat up together and planned the revolution in Russia. The revolution, the so-called Bolshevik revolution that took place in Russia was planned from Germany. The people that did it are the Jays. They're the ones that planned it from Germany and removed the king.
And financed by New York, Trotsky.
That's what I'm saying. Well, look at the history of people like Trotsky. There were most of those guys were running most of their shows in Berlin.
Oh, without that, the Bolshevik, if you ask even ChatGPT, it will tell you literally everyone was there. And what they did to the white European Christians, no one even knows about it. Now, this is what Germany was scared of because it was right at their doorstep. Plus, all these things I've just mentioned.
Yeah, this is a taboo topic. You're not allowed to discuss
Yeah,
it.
it's a taboo topic, but
You're not allowed to talk about it. Because it didn't happen, we have to forget about it. In 5 years from now, you're not. It's going to be banned in all the major schools and most of the countries around the world. You can't talk about Gaza because it's anti-Semitic. If you say that we must remember the 100,000 or 200,000 people alive in Gaza, you are going to be shunned and ostracized. You are going to lose your job in the bank because you spoke up against the Jays and you have no right to do so. So I won't be surprised that there will be a lot of censorship across the spectrum. As long as America is a dominant power in the world and they're going to use the power of the control of the Federal Reserve and of the banks and of the institutions and the media to censor and coerce other people to do their bidding, we will never be free to speak our mind. Hang on a second. If I was an American citizen and I go in the marketplace and condemn and attack Muslims and burn the Quran, the government is going to protect me because they'll say it's freedom of speech. But if I say that these guys are committing atrocities in Gaza and I work in a bank, I'll lose my job because that is anti-Semitic and I'm not allowed to say it. Anyways, let's look at the latest updates. Iran's foreign minister says nuclear enrichment will continue. So Abbas Arakshi confirmed that negotiations will continue. In fact, the Europeans are saying that they are going to sanction. So this is more or less a power play. America wants to bomb Iran again. The Europeans are saying, we gave you sanctions relief and so on and so forth. If you don't come and talk to us, we are going to bomb you again. I don't know how long this will continue. Israel bombed them for 12 days, and now the Europeans are threatening to sanction them again. And this is what the price you pay if you're not a dhimmi, if you don't allow yourself to be subservient and to acquiesce to the dictates of these Europeans that are ruled and controlled largely by the Jews. A small minority of people in Europe that control the banks, that control the mines, that control the financial institutions. This is the reality. So they've bombed Iran for 12 days, and now they're asking Iran again that you have to come back and kneel down before us because our masters in the banks are not yet done with the job. They want you to kneel down and say, please. So, Abag Sarakshi says continuing enrichment is a matter of national pride after the US and Israeli attacks caused serious damage. Look, I told you guys, right? I said even if they bombed the nuclear facilities of Iran, the prime minister himself confirmed it was a success. The president of America confirmed it was a success. So why do you need to continue negotiating with them? Why do you need to continue putting pressure on them? What is the purpose and the need for you insisting on putting pressure on Iran? Because you were seeking regime change, you thought that the people will rise up against the government. That did not happen. And you found out the true character of the Iranian people. I've been warning about this. Some of them will come up and say, well, 99% of Iranians hate the government, they hate the RRGC. So who are the people saying it? Jews, Iranian Jews in the diaspora, some of them living in New York, some of them that belong to the LGQF family that live in Tel Aviv, that want the destruction of the Islamic Republic of Iran so they can have nightclubs, in the holy city of Mashhad. This is why those ones want the government destroyed. But you're living in diaspora. The reality on the ground is that the Iranian people are very smart and they understand the reality. And they got this government's bomb, hoping the people will rise up, and that didn't happen. Okay, Iran is not a small country. It's a giant, it's an enormous country. It's more than 60 times the size of the puppet state of Israel. It's a very small, Israel is a small place. And if that war of attrition went on for another 1 month, most of them will be on boats and back to Europe. They are allowed to speak about others like this, but you cannot say anything about them. This is the problem, right? They believe that they should have the right to speak about others like this, but you can't speak about them. Why? Because it is anti-Semitic to say that Israel have unalived between 60,000 to 200,000 people in Gaza. And we don't know the actual number. We have no idea of what the actual number is. And they attacked another UN facility, I think in Deir Balah. So let's look. Medical staff in Gaza working 24-hour shift receive a single meal. Didren Noonan, a Canadian orthopedic surgeon who is currently volunteering at Al Nasser Hospital in Khan Yunis, Southern Gaza, told Al Jazeera that some medical staff have to work 24-hour shift in the besieged enclave. Malnutrition, starvation, infectious diseases, everything. Look at the conditions they have created. They're claiming they want to do this and continue to do this well enough to a point um, that they would abandon the enclave and run away. This is what Israel is hoping to do. You know who can really change the balance of the game? Egypt. If Egypt escalate tensions with Israel, all of this will come to an end in settlement in no time. But I don't even know whether Egypt is ready. I don't know what the position that the United States of America will take. And these crazy, stupid Europeans are still insisting that Israel is defending itself. uh, okay. These are the same Europeans that did all of this to themselves in Europe. And then they ran to the Middle East. These are Europeans. These are the same people that did exactly what they are saying to themselves. People talking about being anti-Semitic and all that nonsense. Nobody cares anymore. Nobody gives a shit anymore. It is not anti-Semitic to tell you to stop unaliving children. It is not anti-Semitic. And it's funny that these people agglomerate, they sit down in one place, and from morning till night, disparage Africans, Muslims, Arabs, anybody that does not look like them, call them Goyim, call them Kushi, and all sorts of names. And that is okay. But if I say that Israel is committing atrocities in Gaza and I work in a bank, I lose my job. Yeah, you can't say that. and you have your own relatives telling you that you are going to be cursed because you speak ill of the children of God. You have your pastor and your priest telling you that cursed be thou that speak ill against the children of God, the Israelites. No, the Israelites, who are the Israelites? Those of them that came from Germany and Hungary and Poland. These are the Israelites. Yeah, people. Mumu done too much. You know what Mumu is? Okay. You know what the true meaning of Mumu? I'll write it in the comments so you guys can see. Our Mumu done too much. You know, you can check the meaning of Mumu. That if you criticize, and by the way, the same book tell you thou shalt not unalive, right? But if I say these people are unaliving people in the name of God and it's wrong, I am an anti-Semite and I'll be cursed by God and I will never see the light of the day and I will never know peace because I speak ill against the children of God, the Israelites. Oh man. So let's look at what the Iranians are saying. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has denied that Tehran aims to destroy Israel, speaking a month after two regional rivals engaged in unprecedented hostilities. It has never been Iran's policy to wipe out Israel from the map. He added, however, the Tehran will continue to support pro-Palestinian armed groups. We believe that these groups, Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis, are fighting for a just cause. We have always supported them politically and in other ways. The diplomats said. They argued that U.S. supplied weapons helped Israel unalive people in Palestine and beyond. Araghchi also denied allegations that Iran planned to assassinate U.S. President Donald Trump and clarified that the popular chant "Then to America" refers to the hegemonic policies of the United States, not the people of the United States. He urged observers not to conflate radical elements in Iran with the country's official stance. Iran has no diplomatic ties to the United States and regards the state of Israel as an illegitimate entity. Never doubt that the hostile usurper Zionist regime will be wiped off the world's map one day. God willing, this is the definite part of the future. Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei wrote on his English language X account in 2023. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called the remarks a national threat as he ordered airstrikes during last month's 12-day war with Iran. Araghchi reaffirmed that Iran does not seek nuclear weapons and is open to restarting indirect talks with the US. He added that Iran will continue enriching uranium for civilian use, describing it as a matter of national pride. Well. What have you guys achieved? What have you guys really achieved? I'm done. Moving. Um, what is the other one? So Zelensky announced date of next Russia-Ukraine talks. I thought he said he was not interested in talking to them again. The next round of direct peace talks between Russia and Ukraine will take place in Turkey on Wednesday. Ukraine's Vladimir Zelensky announced in a video statement on Telegram on Monday. Moscow and Kiev have already held two rounds of direct negotiations in Istanbul this year. At the meeting last month, the sides swapped draft memorandums outlining their roadmap towards ending the conflict and agreed on a new prisoner exchange. Um, Lindsey Graham.